Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with you. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes, like Harold did, who also is hosting the stream. Thank you, Harold. Or Mr. Bob, or Solve. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is Party City, USA. You're all here for the party. Dude One Scrug is here. What's up? Welcome to the Bear Cave. I rigged up something that I honestly think is pretty cool. Lashbrook's here. What's up, Lashbrook? I made a clamping mount for my phone that clamps on. It's adjustable here. You turn this and you can clamp it on there, and then you can attach that to. I'm using the post for my monitor stand, my dual monitor stand. And then it kind of sits on top of the stands where my eyes would go, face there, and hits me dead on for Facebook and Instagram Live. I was recently a guest on a friend's Instagram Live, and then I've been doing FaceTime now and again. Skype calls, if you want to use your phone for Skype, it's very handy for that. Also, if you want to record yourself, like the other way, you can adjust it by twisting it and then turn the camera and mount it like that. It's got some good adjustments to it. This came with my tripod, my little desk tripod that I use for, this actually the one that's pointing at me right now, came with this little handy thing that clamps around phones. And you can adjust how you clip it onto things and all that. And then this I bought as another way. Originally, this was going to be how I use my overhead camera. My overhead camera was originally going to be on this, and I was going to attach it to a pole and then bend it down and angle it that way, and use either one of my light posts or just another post. And then I saw the camera arm, or the tripod arm that I currently use, and that's a lot more adjustable and easier. And then I can clamp that onto things, and I don't have to have a pole exactly where I need it, because it's much more adjustable. So this has just been sitting. I've used this barely, almost never. So now combine the two together, and booyah, I've got myself a little cool little hands-free stand. And so that way I'm not having to hold my phone for FaceTime stuff. Or the other application I could do is I could use this for notifications. I could, for things like I've had my phone just sitting there in my setup, instead of and I'm going to look down, I can see notifications pop up right in front of me. And I can place it so it's barely hitting the bezel of my two monitors. Look, I'm under quarantine. I haven't left the house since Tuesday. This is the best I can do. This is conversation. Because the other thing I want to talk about as we start building, the other thing that's happened in my life is the UCB Theater announced that it's not going to reopen the Hell's Kitchen location. And it's going to close the New York Training Center. And they're going to figure out where they do shows. But the idea of a owned and operated leased theater in New York run by the UCB, that dream is gone. And I'm real emotional, even though they laid me off in February of 2019. It's still my home. And even though the Hell's Kitchen location wasn't really my house was Chelsea and East Village, it's still my home. And so I'm feeling things. I'm feeling it. So I made a cool clamp thing for my phone, and I was proud of it, and it's a fun distraction. And then I had to dig up my iPad mini to take a photo of it, hooked up, because I couldn't take a photo of it with my phone, because my phone was in the clamp. I got shoes today. I posted a photo of sneakers. Let's go to the overhead. Whatever. It's 10 in. We got a few people. I would love more people to be here, but that's okay. I'm going to retweet my own tweet about streaming, which I want to do. I hope more folks join us. If they don't, that's okay. I'm happy you're all here. Building. Oh yeah. Before we go to the, I'll show it in the overhead. I also, um, I got a new piece of tech that's not me just hobbling together some tech. Um, I'll show it in the overhead first. Uh, I bought this thing. I bought a tiny wireless keyboard. Um, this is my phone. It's two and a change phone length. It's tiny. Uh, I need a wireless keyboard because my desk here is near my computer, but I have to like, if I want to use my regular keyboard, I gotta like move the cables and untuck them, and it was just an annoying thing. This has got a little USB, plugs in, whatever. It's small, but it doesn't need to be big, which is great. It's out of the way. It's not going to end up in any shots, and I can still reach it. There's one problem with this keyboard that I've found so far, and it's not the biggest deal in the world. You know, it didn't have a trackpad, and I was like, that's fine. I don't need that. It doesn't have like a number thing. I was like, fine. There's numbers, whatever. It doesn't have a print screen button, which a lot of keyboards have, and I do need to print screen kind of pretty often, take screenshots for various video stuff that I do. Um, so that's annoying. I got to figure out a way to bind that to something on there. Figure out if one of the function keys does it, but right now I don't think they do, and that's annoying. But it's not the end of the world, right? It's just an annoying thing, and that's all part of life. Is sometimes annoying things happen, and it's okay. Um, I got even farther in Hearthstone. I'm platinum 3. I'm on my way to diamond. I don't think I'm gonna hit diamond because it's getting harder. But I did. I played more Hearthstone today because I need to, because it's fun, and I need some fun in my life. Don't you want to just have fun? I just saw something about this sort of thing the other day. I don't. Um, I I'm not gonna buy a Stream Deck. I'm not buying a Stream Deck. I'm not spending $100 on a Stream Deck Mini. I'd rather spend that money on other things. But I also love the idea of hitting buttons, and so I started looking at apps, and none of them seem good. The Streamlabs app you have to pay to use, and that doesn't seem. The Elgato has like an app for it. I kind of don't want to do that. But I want one that works with OBS because I don't want to have to do something else because I like OBS. It does the job. But I was looking at apps to. I have an iPad Mini that my iPad Mini exists solely right now for when I go into a comedy theater for work. I do have Windows 10, Lashbrook. Yes. Oh, I think this is about the print screen button. Is there like an easy shortcut thing to get print screen to happen? If it is, let me know. I actually haven't Googled it because I just discovered this when I was recording next week's Baering the List because my thumbnail is always just the tier maker list before I've edited it or ranked anything. And I had to like get up from my desk and go to my other keyboard and hit the print screen button, which seemed unnecessary. What was I saying? I was saying something. Uh, I literally don't know. It wasn't print screen. We'd moved on. If you remember what I was just talking about, let me know because I don't. Lost my train of thought on that. Oh, I bought sneakers. That's weird. Uh, Window key Shift S will launch Snip and Sketch, and you take a full screen. Okay. Window key Shift S. Oh, yeah. Draw a shape and create a screen snip. Okay, I'll try that out. That seemed neat. Thank you, Lashbrook. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. So bless me. I needed new sneakers like 2 months ago. Oh, Stream Deck. You're right. So like 2 months ago, I was thinking about buying sneakers because my sneakers were kind of like falling the fuck apart. And I was like, I could use sneakers that are not falling the fuck apart. And then I didn't buy them for another month. And then I didn't buy them for another 2 months. And then it was quarantine. And it was April, the beginning of April. And I was like, I have a gift card to Old Navy. I'm going to buy cheap ass sneakers from Old Navy. You can see it on my Twitter account, twitter.com/Pat Baer. My website, Twitter. Go there. Twitter.com/Pat Baer. You can see photos. They're simple. They're easy. They were very inexpensive. They will fall apart, I'm sure. But also, I don't have to go outside. I'm wearing them right now because I got to break them in somehow, and I don't want to break them in when I'm out and like get that thing where like you got to put like tape or something on your heel or whatever because you haven't worn them out yet or worn them in yet, I should say. It'll be fine. They're like fine, but it was very funny to open up the package today and be like, ah, yes, sneakers. These are just what I need for my life. I was talking about the Stream Deck. I'm not going to buy one. Yeah, I was looking at apps. So I have an iPad Mini, and my iPad Mini is great for going places and reading scripts. Basically, it is a PDF reader because it's second gen, but it's still the Mini, so it's small and older, and it doesn't really like handle a lot, but it's fine for PDFs and Google Drive and reading stuff. But I could run, a software that integrates with my computer. How almost all of them work is you have an app that you're running on the computer that then you integrate with or a program on your computer, and you integrate that with OBS or XSplit or whatever you use. And you integrate those two things together, and then you get on the same network with your phone or tablet or whatever, and that mirrors it and becomes remote. And I think that's fine. There are other solutions I could do. I could get some sort of MIDI controller that has USB functionality, that has buttons, and I can map those buttons to certain functions, control functions that, you map hotkeys. Macros. I could make macros on anything if I wanted to. I could just get one. I get a number pad, a USB number pad thing, and just build that. Stream Deck is nice because you can have lights up things, and you can have icons, and an app would do that as well. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do that because really I don't need it. And then people were like, "Well, you know what, Pat? Stream Decks are pretty great," and they're not wrong. Stream Decks are pretty great. I just shouldn't have one because I don't need it. I got room. I don't need it. Honestly, I feel like really what I need is another weird thing for my desk. I like that part of Build with Baer since December for some reason. So literally 4 months, I now have two pieces of nonsense that one of which is completely analog, which is the gong, and another that is mechanical, but is not digital mechanical, but it's still a physical. It is digital, but still a physical object, which is the soundboard. And I like that I have the gong and the soundboard. So I feel like if I was gonna get anything that acted like a Stream Deck, it would have to be a piece of like a physical thing that is weird that I'm using as that. You know what I mean? That makes sense? Like, I want a thing that has a cough button that just mutes my microphone. And I want a thing that like will switch between intro and this main. So that might be my next thing. Instead of spending $100 on a Stream Deck, which is functional and probably a good idea, I might just spend more than that, or not more than that, like half of that on something that's real weird that doesn't quite work right, because that feels more like Build with Baer Workshop. I've also decided that I might have watched too much of this YouTuber, Simone. She's the queen of bad robots or broken robots or shitty. She's the queen of shitty robots. She's a builder. She's done stuff on Tested. I mean, she's well known for things. She turned her Tesla into a pickup truck. Uh, she's great. I like her a lot as a YouTube person, but I feel like I've watched so much of her. Like a lot of her process is just trying a thing and being very frustrated with the results, and then trying again. And I feel that. When I got my Stream Deck, I paid for it with a bunch of GameStop gift cards I got for my birthday. Harold, I like that. That's a good call. It does come down to it. Like if I end up with Amazon gift cards, something like that, I'm gonna buy model kits or Lego. You know me. That's the real thing. Is that $100? That $100 is two very good master grades, or a master grade and two high grades, or like four high grades. Like it's I got my speaking of orders, I just got a notification on my phone that my Lego set will arrive tomorrow. The monster truck burger, the burger truck. Uh, that Lego set is on its way, which is rad. I can't wait to build that. But yeah, uh, it's a weird. It's yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Like, I don't want to spend $100 on it, but I also, I have reached to my mouse, but maybe I don't need that. If I can do this, if I have a button thing that it's right here and I'm just hitting buttons and whatever, it's like that's pretty good. I kind of like the idea. I like the idea of maybe I can like instead of having to like close iTunes, I could hit mute on iTunes because that's how I play music before the stream starts, and I could integrate that if I wanted to. Like there's a bunch of stuff I could do. So I'm gonna look at finding some sort of weird some sort of weird USB macro MIDI controller thing that I can put together, and then I'm probably try to make a video about it because I haven't done one something like that in a while. But I need something to do. You know what I mean? Like I love building. I love model kit building. I had a blast last night. We streamed for 2 hours, 45 minutes, something like that, and it flew by. I had a ball doing my Hearthstone stream last night. Next week I'm going to be doing. My goal is to do Smack Talk Showdown next week. I'm having trouble. Wednesday seems to be a bad day for people that I want to book, so I might not do it next Wednesday. And if I don't do it next Wednesday, I have another thing that I can do next Wednesday with a few people that don't necessarily want to play that game, but might be up for doing something else. So I will have something next Wednesday that is not build related, but it actually might not be game related. So I don't know, but I'm trying to figure that out. All right, let me do this. One. Great. One. We're just we are building our legs right now. It's leg day here on the stream. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea. I was playing around with just what it's an alternative to Stream Deck, and then the apps none of the apps seem great for what I want to do. So I think in OBS I can just like get my stop, get my stream start, stream stop, mute, and then like put it on some kind of device. That seems like a thing I could do. I don't know. So yeah, the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater is a comedy institution. They at their highest they had 5 stages in 2 cities. New York, they had a Chelsea location and a East Village location. They moved the Chelsea location to Hell's Kitchen. They closed the East one. Wrigsley's now following. Thank you for the follow, Wrigsley. Appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. In Los Angeles, they had a original location, and then they had a larger, newer one they added, and then they also had a small little performance space and a cafe in their training center compound in LA. All LA stuff. No word on any of that changing, doing anything. Uh, oh, shit, I forgot to delete that. Sorry. Thank you for using your channel points. I forgot. I forgot that that is a thing that I have in here. Because that was for when I did. That's for when I do Twitch things. So we're gonna disable that one. Sorry about that. You could request a song if you'd like. I'm just not gonna sing tonight. But if you want to make a song request, yeah, that is related to Twitch things. I forgot to disable that, so I apologize. The New York location, Hell's Kitchen, will not return to operation once businesses start opening again in New York. UCB was one of the first entertainment businesses in New York to announce that they were laying off their staff. In fact, as the stay-at-home orders started going out in California and New York, UCB laid off every single employee except for one, who was the pretty recent CFO, and they laid off everyone else. So there were no UCB employees, and then they sort of hired people on teachers on a case-by-case basis for some online stuff. But yeah, they just basically laid everyone off in an email. And it made sense, but it also hurt and stung, and it came out of nowhere, and it wasn't in waves, and it was early. They got in early. Now it's yeah, that makes sense. But then it was y'all just closed. You can't do anything. You're not going to try to call it a furlough? Cool. So that sucked. And now they've announced they're basically not going to reopen the Hell's Kitchen location. No word on how anyone's going to get the stuff they have in there, because people have things in storage for ongoing shows. No word on that. No word on all the teachers in the New York Training Center, which is a rented space with their offices and some classrooms. Because I have a few people that are oh man, I got stuff in that place. Huh. Okay. So no word about that. And then who knows if they'll... Look, UCB is going to do classes again. New York. It'll be like it was before they opened up their own facility and rented a space to run classes in their own space. It'll be various rooms across the city, and it won't feel the same, and it won't have the sense of community where a bunch of classes start at the same time and take breaks around the same time, and it just won't feel the same. But they'll do it, and it'll be whatever it is. I'm not worried about that. There will be performance venues that will, and there will probably be UCB produced shows. It's just there won't be a UCB theater, which is weird because there has been a UCB theater since 1999. So it's kind of strange that there's not going to be one of those. Yeah. And it might even be, I don't know, a better business model. But it's still a sad day. It was a sad announcement on Tuesday, and I wrote some tweets that I then deleted because I had the realization that I'm still angry from a year ago over a year ago when I was laid off. I'm still angry about that. I hadn't realized I was still angry about that, and that's good for me to know. That's a good thing for me to be aware of. And I was I am still mad about this. Great. Okay. Cool. All right. Deal with this later. But also actually deal with it. But be self-aware that this is something I need to deal with. It's that's good. I'm happy about that. It's a lot of feelings to process. There's this thing uh, about it where, like, obviously a lot of, and I think that people are starting to finally, like, be practical about these things. That, like, things are not going to go back 100%. Things are different. You know, restaurants you liked are not going to reopen. Uh, Venues you went to aren't going to be okay. It'll New things will pop up because people will find the money somewhere and suddenly start doing stuff. DIY is going to be a thing in a lot of cities as people try to figure out what to do and how to exist. Um, I somebody jokingly was talking about, like, things will never be the same. They can't take back getting alcohol delivery now, and I was like, they might not take it back. I mean, some states will, but some other states might not take that shit back. They might be like, yeah, all right, that didn't seem bad. Keep doing it. Burr Book is now following. Thank you for the follow, Burr Book. Welcome. Welcome to the Build Bear Workshop. Working on this pretty cool high grade kit here from Gundam Build Divers, right? This Build Divers? Yeah. Is this Redive? I can't remember. It's a fun little kit. It's got a tail. How many kits have a tail? Very few. Very few have a tail unless they are a kit that transforms, and then they have a tail. But they usually don't have a tail just as a thing. All right, so this is gonna go this, and this. Whoops, this thing likes to fall off here. Hopefully, there's something else that goes on this. Because this, did I do this right? Yeah. This looks to fall off. All right, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time. I'm been processing stuff and talking to friends. As I said, I was on Facebook or Instagram Live. A friend did Instagram Live yesterday. We were just talking about old times, and it was kind of nice. I did an unarchived Facebook Live. I've never done Facebook Live before, and that was kind of fun. Why not? Why not just try it out? I don't know. It was nothing spectacular. As I said, I didn't even save it, but, like, I don't know. It's kind of nice, like, trying out a different thing. It took me forever to find the spot where it told me how many people were watching, and then I did. Harold was in there, which was very nice. Thank you, Harold, for that. And I don't know who did, but somebody yesterday in Loading Ready Run's chat mentioned my name because Graham was like, "Wait, is Pat here?" But it wasn't. Because Graham did a thing where he disrespected. He didn't disrespect me. He disrespected people who were obnoxious about how New York pizza rules, of which I am one of. I am an obnoxious person when it comes to promoting the pizza that I love in the city that I love. Uh, and that's fine. It was fine that he did that, but it was just like, oh, there's a quiplash. There's a quiplash, something like, New Yorkers will tell you that it's not New York pizza unless it has this or something like that. And then his answer was, his joke answer, because it's quiplash, was arrogance, which I thought was pretty funny. And then someone else something about it's the water. It's got it's got to be the water. But they said it they wrote it in a New York accent, which was pretty funny. But arrogance felt too true, because it is true. People that go on about how their pizza is better than other people's pizza generally have that kind of like, oh, well, it's not this. And I get it. And I've had good pizza other places. As I said, I talk about how much I love New York pizza. It's not my favorite pizza. Worcester Street Pizza in New Haven, Connecticut. So literally, the pizza pies, the irregular shaped pizza pies, you get in 3 locations on one street in the capital of Connecticut is the best pizza I've ever had. New York pizza is very good, and it's similar in its Italianness and style, but, like, it's still not the same. Worcester Street Pizza, that's where it's fucking at. You gotta get that. Gotta go to Worcester Street. You go to Pepe's, or you go to the basement, which is owned by a relative of Pepe's. They built it off there. It's called the basement. That's the easier space. You can't really sit down in there, but you can go in there. And if you have to go to Sally's, you go to Sally's. But Sally's is it? It's good pizza. It's the same goddamn pizza. It's just that the staff at Sally's, like, if you're, if you're local or your you know somebody, then you get better service, and they're pretty rude. They can be pretty rude there. So like, I I always recommend Pepe's if you're in New Haven, Connecticut, and you can go to Worcester Street and you want some good pizza. That's what you do. Like you all do, right? You're all looking to travel to Connecticut for really good pizza, right? That's exactly what you're thinking about doing right now, huh? I'll tell you this. Reminiscing about good times and bad times in the New York comedy scene over the years, because I've been in New York for a very long time and seen a lot of stuff and did a lot of stuff. I was reminiscing about uh, a not great but very inexpensive Mexican restaurant. Um, Mostly takeout, but you could sit there if you wanted. That's right by the old UCB in the Chelsea location on 26th Street. So this is on 8th Avenue, right near 26th Street. And the name is not good. It's not a good name for a restaurant. It's not. It's a restaurant where you're like, oh, yeah, you go to, But the food was very good, and the people there were very nice. And this restaurant is called Taco Bandito. It is a Mexican takeout place called Taco Bandito. And I do need to make sure that you know that I'm saying the name of that is Taco Bandito. Uh, and so it's not great, but very cheap food that always hit the spot and was always great to get. Uh, you got your, just like a soft shell taco with like really good tortilla, like really homemade tortilla that you could see them heat up right there. Get yourself a chili taco, soft shell chili taco for like $1 something. It was always cheap and good. There was a weekend where I had to work a lot. I had to work a ton of hours in a row, and I went and just bought like 10 tacos from them and put them all in a cooler, and then I was just microwaving the tacos throughout this like 13-hour shift. And it was just like, oh, time to go get another taco, to go reheat my tacos. Not the healthiest thing, but I lived. I survived. I thrived, almost, you might say. But yeah, it was a very silly but good time. Uh, and I really liked that place. It was just like nice people, the family run, and just good folks. You saw the same people week in, week out when you stopped in. I hadn't been to that location in a while. I hope they're okay. I hope they reopen if they're not open right now. I'm not going to go there. I haven't been on the subway since February, because in March I didn't really have a good reason to get on the subway for anything, and I can't remember if I did at all. I must have at some point before the stay-at-home stuff went into effect, but I don't know if I did. It's been a while. Uh, I don't know if I have, which haven't had to have a reason to do that, so it's been pretty good. Um, but yeah. I haven't been outside. I didn't go outside yesterday. Didn't go outside today. I might go for a night walk. I've been doing night walks, and that's been good for the old mental health. Night walk here and there. So I might do that after the stream is over. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're getting up into anything, if you're doing anything, you're playing any video games, doing anything, you're watching some stuff. Let me know what's going on with you. Caught up on various medias. you can let me know. Of course, after the 10 o'clock hour starts, after we take our pause for the cause, I will talk about some recent anime stuff I've been watching, which is good. Only one of the shows I watched in these period has announced they're going into delays. I have no idea if other shows will. It is a bummer because it's a show I like that just started, but also I'm not going to be mad at any show for going into delays. Uh, but One Piece is going to be definitely delayed. Toei is like, we're not going to keep doing Digimon and we're not doing that. And it's just like, whoa. Whoa, that's huge. Thinking about watching JoJo for the first time tonight. Okay. I wonder if you should start with Stardust Crusaders and just skip early JoJo. You get the idea who Dio is. You might not want to watch Battle Tendencies. Because there's a lot of JoJo. But Stardust Crusaders is where it really kicks the fuck off. I mean, I love the small town nature of Diamond is Unbreakable, but it does rely on knowledge. Lord Crashington's throwing some motes in there. Hi, Lord Crashington. That does require some knowledge there of previous stuff. But I think, like, also because stands are, like, not really a thing until that. So maybe you could start with the third series and have a great time with the third series. Yeah, that might be the way to go. I don't know, but good luck and enjoy some JoJo's if you end up starting that JoJo's. If you start your JoJo's adventure, have fun. Lastbrook says just fired up Guild Wars 1 to check out the 15th anniversary stuff. Okay, hell yeah, enjoy that. And Mr. Bob says, hey, Pat, I am building... Also, hi, Mr. Bob. I'm building the Camphor Amazing from Build Fighters in the old Camphor HG with a lot more guns. Oh, it's the old one with a lot more guns. Heck yeah, I like that. I want some big weapons or I want a lot of weapons. Those are the things I'm looking for on my mobile suits. Unique ones you don't find anywhere else. Those are always fun to have, but sometimes you don't get that. This kit does have that. Like, it's weird. Like, they're not. It's like a double-ended spear. Of course, we're putting stickers on the spear, which isn't as fun, but whatever. And a tail. That's fun. I like that. I do like that. Yeah, I think like having stuff. The distractions, like I said. Doing pretty good in Hearthstone has been nice. Like, ranking up a little bit has been good. Just have something to do and work towards. Happy with that. We'll see if that, I don't know if it's going to... I don't think I'm going to hit the, high ranks in anything, but it's been good to play and get better. And also winning with either my Evolve Galakron deck or my regular just pure Evolve deck. Like, winning with either of those feels good because they are silly decks, and it makes me happy to win with them, and I don't mind losing with them, and that's the whole thing. But yeah, I think that's like, I don't know, that's been feeling kind of important, is to just have the distractions, the things that you're working on and doing, and, the other things you got to do as well. Trying to find some things to, care about and figure out and do. I got asked for my thoughts. Somebody sent me a DM, and I kind of responded to that, and they're like, are you going to talk about PAX West? And my thoughts on PAX West announcing that there's going to be a PAX West is, there's not going to be a PAX West, but Reed is saying there's going to be one, so that the city of Seattle or the state of Washington will be like, no, you have to cancel it. And then Reed can be like, oh, well, we had to cancel it. That's my opinion. Did you see the news that Sony's working on a One Punch Man movie? Yeah. It's some people that worked on, one of the guys worked on some movies that came out pretty recently. I can't remember any specifics. I'll believe it when I see it. Uh, and sure, Venom. Oh yeah, okay. So the Venom. Yeah. I mean, it it could work. You know, special effects stuff can make someone look amazing and incredible. Uh, if the person like the person's gonna have to have really great facial like reactions to things. Uh, it depends on who they like. That's to me so dependent on like who they hire as the as the who Saitama is. Like that is just it. Make or break. Doing it live action. I don't know. I think a movie makes more sense than a TV show, but I also would say that about the live action One Piece that I don't think is ever going to happen because I feel like that's just going to go into hell. Uh, but I don't know, like whatever. I don't know. You're going to make an anime live action movie of an anime property uh, furthers that property existing and people being interested in that thing, and it's good for industries. So okay. Uh, how are they going to do a live action version of when he's the super simplified art style? So they'll do sound effects. They won't do, yeah, you won't see a chibi or a flat version of him. You'll just like, there'll be like the dramatic music, and then it'll just cut to him, and the music will cut out, and then he'll just go, okay. And then the music will get loud again. Like you just, yeah, you just, the comedy the art won't be able to help the comedy like it can in anime, and it have to be the actors. We're gonna be looking for a lot of actors to kind of do stuff, to get these jokes across, this kind of like nonsense across. I don't know. Uh, Look, I like being optimistic about things, but I also feel like that's a movie that'll just live in developmental hell. When are we getting uh, Dungeon Meshi anime? The animated ad was too good. I don't, like, look, the real thing is, I've said this, uh, stuff that goes from, that, like, obviously, light novels into anime, manga into anime, those things are happening. The, the fact that there's, like, 6 anime right now that are based on mobile games is a ridiculous number. But like, sure, okay, like anything is possible. Uh, uh, who knows? But didn't realize that Vin Diesel's older than The Rock. Vin Diesel is an older gentleman. He takes good care of himself. Well, yeah. But also, like, man, I don't know anything. You can't tell that stuff, like how people look uh, that have the money and energy and time to dedicate to looking real good. I don't know. Always talk about that like Tom Cruise now is older than Wilford Brimley when we all knew Wilford Brimley as an actor. When he was in his prime of like doing movies like The Thing and Cocoon. It's just like, ugh. Vin Diesel is so old, he bounced with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah. Good old Vin. Look, I don't know Vin Diesel from Adam, but I appreciate that Vin Diesel basically decided he was going to be a badass cool dude like all of the stuff that he grew up loving and his D&D character that he had created. He was like, I want to just be this guy. I like that he was just like, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do this. And then he did. And I appreciate that very much. And he's just like, I'm going to be a sci-fi action star. I'm going to be in cool movies. I'm going to make other movies, and then those movies are going to let me make the movies I want to make, so I could just keep making my own D&D campaign movie over and over again. Just going to go ahead and do that. I appreciate it. I respect it. When one of those movies, the Blu-ray sales was so high that like basically he knew that he was going to be able to make another thing he wanted to make, and he just started like there's that video of just like dancing, uh, and just having a good time, just being so psyched about it. It's fun. I like it. Uh, yeah, like I said, I don't know him. I don't know what he's like, but that's pretty cool. I did not see the movie that is the comic book movie that he was in, uh, Bloodshot or whatever. I didn't see that. I've never read that book. I don't know anything about those properties. Um, I heard I heard not great things about that movie, so I didn't end up seeing it. But also, I have a friend who saw it and seemed to enjoy it, so I don't know. Uh, I don't know. It's Vin Diesel. Whatever. Do your thing. Okay, we are almost done with legs. We're getting her in there. I really dug The Last Witch Hunter. Nice, yeah. Gonna like what you like. Find the things you like and enjoy it. As I said, I've been watching a lot of. Dirty evening, Pat and chat. Dirty just redeemed the gong. It is gong time. All right, it's time to bang that gong. Here we go. Thank you for using your channel points properly to bang that gong. Appreciate it very much. What was I say? Oh yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I watched. I've been watching a lot of what's that dude's name? I don't know. This British dude that makes stuff. I've watched a lot of makers. Like I said, that's kind of inspired me to maybe do some making. Uh, I feel so much more serene after that gong. Nice. Well, that is an added benefit then. I'm glad. I'm glad that helps. Um, no, yeah, I've been watching a lot of like builders and build project stuff. That has been kind of fun to kind of check out what people are doing on there. Um, yeah, it kind of inspired me to do that. Like I said, I did get my little uh, my iPhone, my phone holder here, clamp thing that I attached to my monitor for Facebook and Instagram Live and stuff like that. That's been pretty nice to have. Uh, that was a nice little project putting that together from stuff that I had, and I was like, oh yeah, I could just like I said, it's nothing major, but it was a thing where I was like, I want to. I'm tired of holding my phone for FaceTime stuff. I don't have anything. Oh, I have this thing, and oh, I have that thing. I guess I could put. Yeah, all right. I guess I'm just gonna put this here and make it work. Yeah, I don't know. Felt good to accomplish something, even if it's like minor like that. So that's what I'm thinking about, like having some sort of project. Obviously, working on model kit stuff like this and Lego sets and all that. That's just really fun and easy to put together. Like an easy way to just be like, oh, cool, I got this thing I'm gonna do. This is gonna work out great and be relaxing and fun. I'll just do this. Like that's always nice, but give a few other projects something to work on the days when I'm not streaming is nice to have as well. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. That's not. I mean, I am gonna probably get delivery, and so I'll have some stoop time, or I'll wait for my delivery to arrive. I guess I have that going on tomorrow. I think I'm doing that. But that's it. That's all I can think about for tomorrow. So I might need something else going on. It's probably. All right, let's start working on our waist. We still have our waist. We got the tail. We got the weapons. Uh, the tail can be a whip, so you can hold the tail, which is pretty fun. That's pretty good. But let's get, and the backpack is very easy to build. We'll build the backpack too. I almost forgot about the backpack. Backpack feels like it's almost, because it's such a similar color scheme. It almost feels like it's the same thing. But all right. So we need B31. Throw in there. Yeah. But yeah, we'll take a pause for the cause in a minute or two, and then I'll explain ways you can support the stream if you're so inclined to do that, and then we will get to building some more. Keep working on that. We got a beautiful kit to build after this that I got from USA Gundam Store. We're very excited to put together. That's coming up soonish. Yeah, I got a good little backlog there. Lord says, hey, I redeemed the soundboard. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sorry about that. Thank you for telling me. I did not notice. You did. I'm grabbing the gong by mistake there. Yes, soundboard, my Christmas gift, the soundboard. I will play a couple things there. Thank you for mentioning that. I did miss that. That. Soundboard. Silly little soundboard. As I said, I think tomorrow I'm going to look to see what, maybe tonight I'll do that after the stream. What's your team setup in Bon, says Dirty. I use, I've got the twin team in Bon. I'm going to actually look this up. My main is Luffy. She just has good damage. There is a free with in-app purchases called Bon. One Piece Bon. And it's a whole thing. It's not a great match 3, but it's a fine enough one, and I haven't spent any money in it, so that's been good. And Bonbons are just because they're just chibis. They're just chibi versions of people. So I'm going to look at my team here, see what my team comp is, because I can't remember. Yeah, so I got, of course, I have Luffy. And then I have Tashigi, Smoker's assistant. And then I have her doppelganger, Zoro's childhood friend, Kuna. Because she turns bonbons into arrow pieces. And that's a pretty good power. Tashigi is my swapper. I will swap her out for people to like. If there's fires, then I gotta get rid of some of those fires. I'll swap someone in there. I have a pretty powered up, pretty good powered up Buggy, and I'll put Buggy in there because he could help get rid of some other obstacles. So that might be good to throw in. Because she just removed time bombs, but that doesn't really help because right now we're not at a point in the game where they're throwing new time bombs in. So she's not really helpful at the moment, but she's just strong, so I'll throw her in there. And I kind of like having her in there. It's just an odd thing. Yeah, Bonbon's fine. It's a fine enough game. It's not great, but yeah, I am. I gotta think about something to do tomorrow. Really. What is Bonbon? I googled it. Oh. Well, Solve. So it is the name of it is an app. So I don't know. That's a different game. It's an iOS app. BON as one word, and it is a One Piece. It is a match 3 game. Match 3 fighting game that is styled with One Piece characters. But it's Bon Bon as one word. Bonbon. I don't know about the other game you found. Yes, Solve. Yeah, it's just a match 3, but it's like it's a fine enough one because Pokemon Shuffle they stopped updating, and I like that game a lot. It's still running. It's just they're like there's not gonna be any new Pokemon, and it's like oh well, okay, well I was still playing it, but okay, I guess I'll stop playing it. I'm still playing it now and again, but yeah, I was just looking for a new match 3, and it's got like cute enough, and it definitely you can see where the money sink is because you have like stuff. It's no Marvel Puzzle Quest. Yeah, it's fine enough, Dirty. It's a fine enough game. Uh, like I'm happy enough to play it when I'm playing it. Uh, the bonuses are pretty good right now. There's a lot of extra stuff I don't care about, like the island. I don't care about this thing at all. But it's a good enough distraction. As I said, I haven't spent any money in it yet, so I might, if I put enough time into it, I might buy some stuff. The money model seems pretty bad though. It's pretty expensive to get stuff, but they got to make money somewhere. All right, let's take a pause for the cause because it's 10 p.m. Folks, if you're not familiar with that, basically what's going to happen is I'm taking a monetary break. And I'm going to talk about ways that you can support the channel if you're so inclined. You are under no obligation to do that in any way, shape, or form. You being here, you chatting, you just watching, that means the world to me, and I appreciate it so much. But if you'd like to become a subscriber, you could do that here on Twitch. You could use Cash Money, or if you have Amazon Prime, you link that with Twitch. You get a Twitch Prime coin. You can use that, and it acts like real money. If you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. Let the people know. If you're a Tier 2, you get the Scythe emote. There are 3 Tier 2s, our most we've ever had for Tier 2 subscribers, which rules, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's what the numbers go up, and that's always nice. We will get back to building, but I am just going to quickly go through ways. This is my quote unquote ad break. If I had a sponsorship deal, this is where I would talk about the sponsor. Jam is here. Hi, Jam. But I don't have any sponsorship stuff, so I got to promote myself. So I'm going to quickly go through ways. I mentioned it earlier. I've got a pretty cool Patreon. Pretty laid back, pretty chill, but I got a Patreon, and you could join that Patreon if you wanted to. You certainly don't have to, but if you're like, I don't want to subscribe on Twitch, but I do want to support you, Patreon's a way you could do that. There's $1, $3, $5, and $10 tiers, and they all, do different stuff, and I appreciate it very much. You can take a look at that. You could also donate. As you know, model kits. I got to keep buying them because I got to keep building them. So you could give me some money to buy them if you wanted to. Pat Baer is brought to you by Pat Baer. That's right, Harold. Donation is a way to support the stream and me building more kits in the future and getting those kits. You're under no obligation to do that, but if you'd like to do that, you're more than welcome to. Those are some links. If you do it through Streamlabs, it shows up on the stream. If you do it through Coffee or through PayPal, it's private, very private, and you don't see anything. You can also do it anonymously through Streamlabs if you're so inclined. Also, gifting. You could gift a sub to somebody. If you're already a sub, or if you're like, I don't want to become a sub, but I'll gift it to somebody else who's watching. You could do that. That is a way to support the stream. You don't have to worry about that. I got an email there. Somebody is just going through a bunch of my tweets, a bunch of my Instagram photos and liking them. I'm getting notifications about that. That's just a thing that's happening right now. But yeah, if you want to, gift a sub or do bits and coins, you can join the leaderboards for that. That's another cool thing you could do. I have an Amazon wish list. If you want to buy something, you could buy something on the wish list. And then it gets sent to me. You can attach a note to it, and I will build that, and it will jump the queue. This is something I bought with my own money, but I'll build something that you buy. There are still some stuff that have there's some stuff doesn't have Amazon Prime right now, or won't be shipped for months. I understand. Some things are unavailable right now and will return. Everything's weird. You know that. I know that. Let's not pretend. Uh, but yeah, if there's something you see that you're like, oh, I'll buy that, and Pat can build it. It'd be cool. There are other options. We will get back to building in a moment, as I said. USA Gundam Store is shipping things, and they have a decent stock still. So I don't have a wish list on USA Gundam Store, but what you can do is you can go in and buy a gift card, and then you can send me a whisper here on Twitch or DM on Twitter, because my DMs are open, and be like, here's the code I got in my email, gift card, and then you can buy something. Lashbrook did that, and I bought a very cool kit. It's a somebody from the Celestial Being pilots this, and that's the kit we're going to build next, and it's rad as heck. So you could do that if you wanted to. You could join my Discord. That's a free thing you can just do. You can see what people are building, what other folks are putting together. We just had a few folks post stuff that they're working on in the Discord this week, and they're working on some cool kits. But people put Lego sets. They put, if you're painting minifigs, you could put that in there, or miniatures, or whatever. That's a fun little bit of business that people do, which I appreciate. I got some links to things you can watch. Yesterday, I put up a new Baering the List where I ranked cat breeds. Baering the List is a weekly series where I use tier maker lists. And this one had one comment from somebody who was just like, it's a little late for April Fools, huh? Who thought I was making a big joke. And then somebody sent me an actual message on Twitter that was just like, hey, I know that you're like goofing around, but I really took offense to this video. I don't think I say anything offensive about cats in this video, but apparently it stirred up some feelings. And I'm not one to like laugh at people's feelings and general emotions, but also it is a goofy comedy video that I made. Spoiler alert, I just have an opinion on cats that maybe other people don't have. But I certainly wasn't trying to be mean about people's opinions on cats. Sneezing. Sorry about that. Allergies. Also, Pat Bear's Anime Club. I'll have a new one up next Monday, but this was the old one, talking about some shows that I like. Only 2 of the shows I listed in this one are on hiatus, and 2 other shows are ongoing. I gotta do another video about other shows you can watch. My next Pat Bear's Anime Club, which is coming up this coming Monday, will be about shows that you can like watch that have a lot of episodes, or shows you can watch the whole thing in a couple nights, because people are looking for entertainment. So why don't I recommend some like 100+ episodes of a show, or some shows that are like, this is 13 episodes, enjoy. Harold, I don't necessarily feel that way about cats, but I understand. Dirty, I can't even remember what I ranked. I shot that last Thursday. I do not remember. Spoiler alert, I shoot my videos 6 days before they go up. Thursday's just shooting day, because it's a good day to get a bunch of video stuff done. Although I didn't do the one for Monday. I gotta do that. All right, real quick. Let's talk about anime as we get back to building. It's time to get back to building. So let's talk about anime that came out in the past days since Monday, which is our last build stream. Only one of these shows is going on hiatus that they've announced. Any show could go. I literally don't expect shows to be up until I see that they're available, because Japan, almost every student in Japan right now is under some quarantine at this point for a bit, and some studios, like, have a bunch of episodes done, and other studios, you put out 1 or 2 as you're working on the next couple. So we'll get to it. Right now we got Black Clover that still has episodes airing. Black Clover is right now, we are getting into their first ever run of filler. This is not in the manga. This is the anime. And this is a nice little thing. Nothing major happening in this episode. We went back to the village for Asta and Yuno, kind of showed Asta and Yuno again, and how them becoming knights has changed the town's opinion on magic because for the longest time it was very rare for anyone who wasn't a noble to be a magic knight and to do cool shit with magic. And so now people are like psyched about doing more cool magic shit, which is a fun thing in for them to do. They've like encouraged people to like get into more magic shit. And that's pretty neat. It was a nice little episode. Got a little romance stuff, not really, but whatever. Uh, um, yeah, it was good, some good bits of business. I liked it. Uh, yeah, like I said, they're gonna have to train. We're gonna see that. It looks like next episode they're going back to that volcano where they trained before, which is cool. I mean, obviously not cool, but that's a cool spot. Uh, so that's neat. Excited about that. We'll see some good training shit going on. Uh, and yeah, that's that episode. It was fine. It was fine. I'm sorry, just gotta check a thing. Okay. I forget what number I'm here. Yeah, whatever. Uh, all right. Yeah, sorry. Got an email I had to take a look at. It's fine. All right, back to business. Days of our Breakwater. Diary of our days at the Breakwater is going on hiatus after today's episode, which is a shame because today's episode, or sorry, Tuesday's episode was very fun. This week's episode, very, very fun. I like that show a lot. Look, it's got even more slice of life vibes. Um, her being a little uncomfortable with some of the things that are happening, of like just like getting over some of her fears, is a little weird for a slice of life, as I've said, for like a slice of life comedy. But it's still pretty chill and fun, and I'm learning about fish stuff. And Makoto Ono, the second year uh, student, is still best girl. She's definitely ranking up right there. She's awesome. She's like a fun, lively character that is like, like the strong, quiet type, but also like real worried and just like chill and nice, trying to be helpful. I dig her. She's like, yeah, good characters. It's a good fun. Uh, Pleasant, just a pleasant show. Also, they have a cart to get their supplies as they go to another location that they insist on calling Sea King. That's just a good bit of business of them like not wanting to deal with Sea King. I thought that was pretty fun. Yeah, it's good. It's a like I said, it is a very chill, relaxing slice of life, and I'm on board. I'm looking forward to more of it. Uh, I hope that it is not on hiatus for too long because I think that it is a pretty nice show, and I would like to see more of it. Um, B19. Oh, that's the piece that broke off. Great, found it. All right. Tower of God. As I've said, I still haven't watched this like maybe I'll research this webtoon more and like get more information. I don't really know a lot about this thing. Sometimes the animation, the art style, I do not enjoy. But we learned a little bit more about the world. That's definitely Rachel, the girl that Bam has come to be reunited with. And she does not seem to be necessarily want to reunite with him. I assume because there are reasons that we haven't found, uh, like we did find out that the thing that she wanted to see is a myth, the sky. So she doesn't really need to climb the tower, and she was part of a crew where they killed everyone else competing. So now they've been added to this one. Um, so I don't know. We found out that the dragon person is another priestess, or maybe an imposter priestess, but she has a weapon. So we know that Bam, the main dude, has this weapon, right? He's got this sword. It was a lady at one point. We don't know why. But it is one of the 13 famous swords this guy made, which which implies one of two things. Because there are 13. Either he did one for every month of the year and then did a master one or an extra one, or there are 13 months in this thing. Because anime. Yeah. I've heard this, the story goes places, and it's not just a fighting tournament show. There's more to it. We're starting to see some of the other characters. We find out that the guy who wears a tracksuit and does martial arts, who seemed to be the comic relief style character, maybe has a little more going for him. The bag that the blonde hair or the white haired guy, who I just call he's just like Hiei. Basically, he's just like the mean, kind of rough but maybe nice friend. His bag is a bag of holding. It apparently, so that's kind of funny. He got to do some shit. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. I don't love it, but I like it. So I'm gonna stick with it because I think that there's something interesting happening in Tower of God. As I said, sometimes the art style is a little odd to me, but I think that there's some good shit going on with it, and I'll be interested to see more of it, especially with some shows going on hiatus. Two of my week, I wasn't complaining, but I was saying how I have a bunch of shows on Friday and Saturday to watch, and two of my Friday shows are on hiatus. None of my Saturday shows are, which is good, but both of my Friday ones are. And it's like, oh, okay, well, there we go. Open that up. We got, let's see, what else we got? Oh, we've got The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? Again, this is your standard isekai where more shit happens that seems to be luck, and but also we're definitely playing into this whole like, okay, so our main dude, he was a guy. He is a nobleman, but he's from a poor family. They don't really they don't really have a lot going on for them. It wasn't expected to really do anything because he's the eighth son. He was probably just going to marry into another family and get some kind of job and whatever. He wasn't going to inherit anything. So he's going to become an adventurer. Well, turns out he started his own family line now because he's basically a baron. Because he killed an ancient dragon. So this thing wasn't just a dragon. It was the skeleton. It was an undead ancient skeleton of a dragon. That the airship he was riding on, it was messing with. Now, that skeleton was very terrible looking CG that doesn't fit in the show, and I hate that that's what anime is now. We got this big dragon monster thing. We got to make it look real shitty and not fit in with the rest of the show. Oof, hate it, but whatever. That's what it is. That's what we're getting now. So that came in. He fought that thing, beat that thing up. There was a bit of a gag where, you know, his friends want to be a vassal for someone. They want to meet someone cool and work for them. So one of them was like, I bought this very flashy dress for your brother's wedding, because they're traveling for his brother's wedding. And she's like, it'll really get someone's attention, and it's an awful looking outfit that they basically just like ignore. And then later in the episode, the drunk wizard, who is the master of his previous master, uh, is wearing it, and that was just a little. They didn't even acknowledge it. That was a good little bit of business. Fire just subscribed. That's for 3 months. Thank you so much. Let's hit the old applause there. Let's throw the emotes and say thank you for doing that. Really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Always nice to see people subscribing. That rules. Thank you so much for that. Um, uh, yeah. There was more drama stuff within the Eighth Son. You know, people are trying to curry favor with him. It ends with the church. You know, because he did some holy stuff. The church might want him to be involved and get a relationship with him. Uh, there's the mention that uh, there's a character in the opening animation because right now um, we've got the knight who's just a dude, we've got the spear user, we've got the martial arts user, and we've got Kim. He's the magic guy. But in the opening, there's another person that does something. I can't remember what. She does some kind of whatever. She's another member of the crew. And then there's a these don't want to stay on, y'all. I want to throw that out there right now. These do not want to stay on. Both of these are falling off. And maybe I'm not attaching it right, but I'm looking where it's supposed to go. And it does not want to stay on. All right, I'm going to really shove these on here. And I might end up having to blue tack this on later. All right, it looks better. You really have to snap these on to get them in place. There's some sort of healer, and the episode ends with a dude being like, "Hey, granddaughter, I found out who you're gonna marry. I found the guy for you." So, oh, that's gonna happen. And then also there's a lot of like stuff about lands and intrigue and all kinds of things. There is a funny gag. There's a few jokes in the show. It's a fine enough isekai. We are body complete. We're gonna work on the backpack, but this is body complete here. Um, so that's fun. Other than backpack and tail, which we're gonna start building now. There is a gag where apparently all of his friends are now living with him because he inherited a big house. Um, and there's a chore wheel, and it looks like the blonde dude, has to do most of the chores, which I thought was pretty fun since he seems to be the least powered of them. I was like, yeah, dude, you do what you got to do. You get it done. As I said, nothing special. It's a traditional modern isekai. He's overpowered. He's doing his whatever he's got to do. He's gonna uh, he's probably gonna marry all of them, right? Because who this society says you can have multiple wives and they're all gonna fall for him or whatever. Like we already know things work out pretty good, but I also think that dude, the guy who trained his master, who's already acting irresponsibly, uh, he's got that hair that tells you that he is the henchman. He's got henchman hair. He's like not cool enough to be his own dude, but he is cooler than most characters. And so I get the sense that I'm like, I feel like this guy is working. He's working some angles. He's gonna turn out to try to mess stuff up. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's a fine enough show. It's an isekai. It's light. It's easy. Um, I'll let you know when it comes out. If you have Funimation and you don't have Crunchyroll, a regular at Magic School, which is not an isekai, but it is a main character, is a badass. It is basically an isekai. It is a high school thing about a dude who's overpowered and way too good, and other people, and some really strong supporting characters that I really like in the show. That show, the second season is coming out, but apparently Funimation is getting the first season, um, and then they're also going to do the movie for like a weekend, and I believe that's the end of this month. They're getting the movie, but just for like a weekend, like they just recently did that with something else, and that feels like a thing they're going to be doing throughout the current situation. Is like this weekend, watch the movie for a limited time. Check this thing out, which is pretty neat. It's pretty nice. I'm not against that. Not that clean here. All right. So put this here. This is 20. Working on the backpack right now, so I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. And then the last show is Kakushigoto. Um, this show is so good. It is so much more lighthearted than I thought it would be. It is a lot. There's a lot more about the world of manga and manga illustrators and all that than I thought there would be in this show. Um, the mistakes, the like people making weird assumptions is always really fun. The supporting characters are really great. I love the teacher of the young girl who just not only does she think that she's getting asked out on a date, but then like he's like, "Oh, it has to be a secret date," and she was like, "That was a good date. They didn't see each other or do anything." But she was like, "Yeah, that was fun." It's like that doesn't make any sense. That was a weird thing that just happened. It's pretty silly. It's also way more heartwarming than I thought it was gonna be. Like we're kind of getting the sense like he's a single dad, and we're definitely getting the sense of the woman that um uh. The mother of the child who definitely passed away, but knew that it was coming because she was like, there was this nice little touch where she was setting up boxes for like these are things a young girl's going to need at different ages, but there's like a reveal of clothes that was clearly like purchased like 13 years ago, and she's just like, nah, this doesn't work. It's nice that she did this, but this no, these aren't clothes that a young girl can wear. I thought that was pretty funny. It's a sweet show. Um, and there are characters that I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. That are there are characters that seem like they'd be one-offs that are reoccurring, and I think that's very neat. I like that a lot. Because it's got a much bigger cast than I would have imagined. Because even like Hime's classmates are uh, have like stuff that's going on without Hime there, which she's one of the main characters, so you would assume that her lackeys would just be there to interact with her, but they have their own like gags going on and a little bit of their own life. That's kind of fun. Overall, it's a good little funny and sweet slice of life, and there aren't a lot of those. Uh, and yeah, I like it. I'm hoping that to see where it goes. Uh, and as I said, there's a lot more about manga than I would have imagined I was going to see in this show because I thought it was going to just be a lot of gags. And there's still gags, but yeah, more to it. And then I can't remember if there was a new show. There was like one new show that hadn't debuted yet. And I can't remember what that was. I'm going to have to look. But there was like one new thing. Uh, I can't remember. It'll come to me or it won't. Um, yeah, I have been wondering if there was going to be anything that I went back to, but right now there hasn't been anything that's like screamed to me like you got to check this out. I mean, as I said, Komata Jisan, I'm bummed no one picked up because that just seems like a really cute show, and I am annoyed that no one got that. But it's also a 3 minute show about a sweet, flirtatious grandpa. So I guess I understand why it hasn't been picked up by anybody. Uh, and yeah, I'm looking to see if there was any other shows that I thought there was like one new show that was coming out, but I can't remember, y'all, which is bad. Uh, Also, so much stuff got like delayed or like things have been pushed because they know even more stuff is going to get pushed back. So like they're just like, oh yeah, no, we now think this thing's going to come out next year because There's no way it can come out now. I guess I might start watching season 2 of Fruits Basket because I like Fruits Basket, but I was kind of underwhelmed as towards the end of the first one, so maybe not. Oh yeah, Promised Neverland season 2 had a release date of this year and has been pushed to next year. That's what it was. Which is not a show I watch, but I know a lot of my friends really like Promised Neverland, so that is a bummer for them. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember if there are any movies that. Oh, the Violent Evergarden movie being postponed does bum me out, and the Given movie being postponed bums me out. But those are done. Um, my trivia night earlier tonight had a Cowboy Bebop question. Nice, Harold. How'd you do on it? Did you nail it? Did you know? Uh, I don't know. That Ayin is a corgi? You got it. Great. I don't know why that's the trivia question I thought of, but that is like, what breed of dog is the smart dog? Is the dog that they did They certainly had some experiments done on it. What breed is that? I don't know why that's the question I thought would be asked. That seems like a good one because you gotta like know some kind of specifics, or you really like that breed of dog so much you even know the fictional ones that are in it. All right, so we'll put that there, and this is 24 and 23. Uh, in episode 17, the crew is incapacitated after Ed gives them what? Ooh, that's good. Answer in the chat if you know. I believe I remember. Uh, yeah, I believe that was mushrooms, which you definitely should not take anything from Ed, but mushrooms, yeah, psychedelic mushrooms, basically. But yeah, you don't want to take things from Ed. Ed's a weirdo. It's the best episode of the show. Lord Crash did. It's a good one. I don't know if it's the best episode of the show. It's a very good episode. Uh, I think when he fights the uh, the creepy man, that's one of my favorites. The guy who is definitely stronger than him, and he uh, definitely he's losing to all the animatronics. God damn, that episode's great. All right, got that there. Got that there. Got to do one more piece. Get put on. 27. Just gonna go into that. Okay. I like how weird funny is compared to the rest of them. Yeah, you're not wrong, Lord Crash. It is a tone shift that is enjoyable. So I understand. I get it. Uh, I need to do a rewatch. I picked up the Blu-ray while Amazon had it on sale back in February, March. I actually ordered it while it packs. Hell yeah, I love that. It'd be like, oh, it's on sale. Yeah, I mean, like, somebody always says, like, hey, should I watch Cowboy Bebop? And my answer is always like, yeah, you should watch Cowboy Bebop. It's real good. It's a real good show. Like, with good art and great voice acting. The English dub is solid as hell. The music is incredible. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, like, yeah, dude, go watch Cowboy Bebop. Just it's one of the greatest anime. So, and also, it has a movie that is not terrible. I think that Knocking on Heaven's Door, which comes before like the last two episodes of the show, basically, is pretty damn good. Fairly a tough opponent and a pretty cool story and some good, really, really great action. Uh, yeah. As far as like movies in anime world. It's like, all right, yeah, pretty dang good. Uh, yeah. So we're gonna keep working on this. We are working on the backpack right now of our kit, and then we will work on the okay, go here. Oh, we gotta build the tail. Gotta build that tail. Gotta build it all. It's a tail. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything else going on. As I said, like I'm just like not playing a lot of Hearthstone. Uh, Trying to figure out stuff that's going on. Applying for work things. We'll see if any of that bears fruit. Uh, Trying to do some work here and there. Trying to see who's got anything going. Trying to pick up some stuff. Next, got to stream tonight. Going to stream Saturday, more model kit building, all that as usual. Stream on Monday. Next Wednesday, going to try to do a bonus one. My hope is next Wednesday's bonus is Smack Talk Showdown, but scheduling has been difficult for that. But I have another idea if it looks like Smack Talk is not going to go ahead. We're not going to have Smack Talk Showdown. I'll have something else that I've been kind of toying with. Um, it might not be game related, but it'll be non. Uh, Building just to do some extra stuff. I like streaming; it's fun. Um, but yeah, and like I said, I think a project of mine is going to be making some kind of macro buttoned thing uh, to play around with. Just get something going, just to have some kind of project to work on. Just something fun that at the end of the day I can be like, oh, cool, I made this thing. It's moderately helpful. Be nice. All right. Yeah, let me know if you guys got anything going on. Anybody got any weekend plans? Anybody got any good Google Hangouts planned? I'm gonna have to at some point like figure some other things to talk about. Like I'll have to just start getting some things to be able to chat about. Oops, this is on wrong. This is on wrong. This goes like this, and then this goes that. My weekend plans are hope I don't have to go into work. Well, last work, I also hope that. Harold is streaming. And sure, shameless plug there. Yes, Harold is a streamer here, affiliate on Twitch. So you go check out Harold streams if you wanted to. You could do that. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's like, I have to record. I have to record Pat Bear's Anime Club. My next episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club, I gotta record that. So that is a thing I'm going to work on Saturday. That is part of the Saturday plans. I'll get my stream stuff set up early, and then have that ready to go. That's nice to have. A thing, that's a thing I gotta do. So that'd be good. Dirty says I'm hoping to sleep past 7 a.m. depending on when my neighbors start blasting Doom Eternal. And they got to beat the game at some point. You know? I mean, you can sleep in. At some point they got to. Who's playing Doom Eternal at 8 in the morning? I mean, 7 in the morning. Like, come on. That's not a morning game. It's a high energy thing. Doesn't feel morning to me. But I also, Dirty, I hope you get to sleep later because you deserve it. That's nonsense. Um, yeah, gonna order something, some kind of takeout tomorrow. I've been thinking about because I was, you know, chatting so much about Taco Bandito, the cheap taco place there, that maybe I'll find Mexican. But also, I was listening to Why Blast It? Yeah, right. They were playing at 7:32 this morning. That is too early. It's too early. Um, yeah. Also, just like chill out. No need to blast it. Um, I listened to a podcast called "We Got This" with Mark and Hal, and it's a comedy show, but they debate things and decide the best things. They decide the best of whatever. It's a fun time. I like it. I like it. It's a good podcast. Um, uh, but they were talking about American breakfast versus like big breakfast, like going out and getting a big American breakfast versus uh, English breakfast and all that entails. It was a good episode, but it did make me hungry for waffles or pancakes or hash browns or anything that isn't like I still eat eggs, but like other things. And I was like, oh dang, I could really go for a big back breakfast. I wonder if Kellogg Diner, my local diner, I wonder if that place is delivering. Oh, maybe I'll get a big old nonsense breakfast. I'm now thinking maybe I got to get myself a big nonsense breakfast. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that might be instead of doing dinner tomorrow because originally I was planning on just like opening up Seamless at like 7 or something, seeing what was out there, ordering something, getting a lot of it, to justify the delivery, and then also having something for another meal or whatever. But now I'm like, what if I like got breakfast or like brunch delivered instead of that? What if I just did that, y'all? I could just do that. All right, we got to put these. Uh, this clear blue plastic looks really nice. I don't know how it does it this photo my video setup here doesn't really necessarily do it proper justice, but these do look really cool. So glad I took the Lover waffle iron from college. Waffles for days. Hell yeah. I want it back home Sunday after church breakfast. I hear you, Dirty. Yeah. But now I'm just like hash browns. Like bacon and sausage. 2 pancakes. Eggs over easy with toast. That's I want all of that. I'm like, maybe I'll just do that. I don't know. 2 different types of sausage? Yeah, Dirty, yes. I'm going to get myself some pork sausage and then also get like um uh also get I don't know, the patties as well. Links and patties, yeah. I got Perkins via DoorDash this past weekend. It was pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I would definitely want to support a local business if I can. So there is a diner, pretty well-known diner in my neighborhood. It's a little bit of a walk, but they do delivery. Uh, they also, I don't know if they do curbside pickup. I'll have to investigate, but if they do, I might do that. All right, so we're gonna do. So we're gonna skip the tail. We'll do the tail on Saturday because it's a bunch of steps and involves the wire, and I'd rather start with that. But what we can do right now is we can do the weapons here. So we're gonna do the tail whip. We'll do as I said next, but we're gonna do these beams. So instead of having to be plastic that you attach to the top of the poles, we are gonna do a sticker here. So we'll do that for the rest of this stream here. We'll just attach these stickers and that's fine. Uh, okay, so they don't really show you how to do it. Just like, here's the sticker, and then the sticker's on. That sucks. Like, look at this. This is the instructions on how to do the sticker. There's the sticker on there. Fuck off. Alright, so it's going to go on there. It's going to go like that. Sorry. Concentrating now. I'm just going to look at this, like, try to figure out how this goes. It goes like that. So yeah, this is not my favorite sticker. Good night, Harold. Talk to you soon, friend. If I don't see you, have a good stream. When you stream. Alright. So this is not great. This does not look that good. Yeah, I don't love this. This will be the bottom one. Let's see if we can do a better job on this other one here. Got real quiet on the end of the stream. You know, it happens. Alright, we'll try to get this going. Yeah, because we don't really have much left for this. We have really just the tail is it. So we don't have much left to do. And then we can do the other arms for the tail. I guess there's... I don't know what these pieces are, but we didn't put these on anywhere. B37. I don't know where those went. I don't think I missed anything anywhere. You know. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, let's get this sticker on. Hey, Dirty! Throwing in the Bear Cave. And the Lego emote. Appreciate that. As I said, my next build stream will be this coming Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We will finish this kit, and then we're going to start a beautiful kit. I'll show you the images right here. Look at this friend. Look at that big friend with big old sniper rifle and its cool wings that also become front shielding. It's good green color. We'll build that next. Bought that with a gift card and a little of my own money from Twitch. Thanks to Lashbrook. Rules. Very excited to put that kit together. Just looks so good. Alright, this turned out better than the other one. So this one will... This will be the top. And then this goes... Yeah, these just interlock. Nope, because this goes... Alright. And that's our kit right there. We got to build the tail. But we're mostly done here. Just got to put the tail together. But we're going to do that on Saturday. I'm going to end the stream a little early because I've run out of things to say. And I am, yeah, I still have a few. There's some pieces in here that, you know, I'm not sure where they end up. But, That's okay. Uh, might just be from other parts of the kit, another version of the kit, something else. That does happen with these things. Some recycled parts from some other version of the kit. But yeah, that is going to do it for the stream. We are going to go and raid somebody else. So if you'd like to come along for a raid, I'm going to go right now. And good night to you, Dirty. I'm going to go and find someone for us to raid that we can support, because that's been the nice thing to be able to do lately, is to go and check out other streamers and throw them some views to hang out with them. Let's see. Let's we're gonna go raid my friend Kate. Uh, Kate is the best. Kate Stark rules. So we're gonna go raid Kate in just a second. If you'd like to come along, please do. When you get there, so Twitch changed a couple things around. Refresh the page once you get there and everything's loaded, so you count in the raid, but then you're an actual viewer and not just a raid viewer. Apparently that matters something. I don't know why, but it does. But thanks so much for hanging out. If you want to see some battlegrounds, they're gonna shoot some stuff and have some friends. Fun times with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and I'll see you in the next build with Baer. But we're gonna go ahead and raid, and then I'm gonna build again on Saturday. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great night. Bye, everybody. Just go do this raid.